Today on In the Wood Yard, I got saws that are dull and they need sharpening, and we're going to use the sun to sharpen them. Here we go. So yesterday I ran the big boy, the big Husqvarna 3120, the new one, and I also the other day, a couple days ago, I ran my 562, that's also new, and they both need touching up. This one's not terrible, but I did feel that there was a couple spots that need a little touching up. The big one, I did hit the ground a couple spots. I saw the tips were a little bit taken off, like right there's one that's gone. Right here's another one. So I'm going to sharpen them, and it's going to take some time. So I got my sled out with the vise, and I have my Dremel right here, and I just happen to have a brand new power pack we're going to charge into, and I'm going to charge it with the sun. I'm going to set that up right now, and then we're going to sharpen the saws because they need sharpening. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my solar panels here and get them in the sun. Then we're going to open up the new VTOMAN or VTOMAN, VTOMAN. I don't know. That's how I say it. It's a flash speed 1000, so it's a fast charging one. So we're going to see how it does, and we're going to sharpen these saws up. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the leg here, because that is the leg, and we're going to open up the solar panels. These are some big ones, which are really nice. They charge really fast, way faster than any of the other ones. So we're going to open it up and put them to work right now. I'm going to get the power pack out of the box. And when I'm on location, these are so handy to have. And I have several, as you guys know. Some people complain I have too many, but I don't care. They work. So I got that set up, and that's pretty much aiming right at the sun right now. The sun is that way. There we go. And then we're going to open up the box here. Let's see what's inside. It's a brand new one. I've gotten a power pack from the same company before, and they have this brand new one they wanted to send me, and I said, okay, whatever. People want to send me stuff. I like stuff, just like all of you. So this is a medium-sized unit, not a big one, not a small one. I right away like something I see. Well, two things right off the bat I like about this one. Besides that it's a fast-charging flash charger. I'll put this stuff over here. It has a handy-dandy little tray you can put all your accessories in, because you need a place to put your cords. A lot of these don't have places for cords and you end up losing them. I also like the nice big handle so you can pick it up. This one only weighs like 17 or 18 pounds. Okay, like a lot of the units, there's a light on the back. There's 3 spots for the AC power. You got USBs. It's got a DC charger here. So I got a couple USB, USB-C cords, and I got the flash charging cord so I can charge it quickly. But I've got all the hookups for the solar, so we're going to do that. Let's see how much. So let's turn it on and see what we got for power. Yep, it is at 85%, which is nice. So now I'm going to plug it in. So here's the cords that came with the solar charger, and this I got with a different unit because the same company sent me one in the past. So I'm just going to hook it up, and we're going to start charging it because we can charge it while it operates, which is kind of nice. Yeah, that's plugged in, and then all I got to do is plug this in, because it's a universal cord, into the charger. There, I got it plugged in, and she is a charging. Let's see how fast it charges. Just got to find my legs here so I can deploy these, keep it in the sun. Let's see what we're doing here. It says here 145, 155, 157. It takes a while to spool up. That's usually about what they charge, about 150, 160, 166, 163, 164. It's kind of bouncing in there. So basically, however much sun you can get on them. to charge faster. So we're gonna leave this baby charging and we're gonna get to sharpening. Let's see if we got juice. We've got juice. Awesome. So now all I gotta do is move some stuff around so I can sharpen. And while I'm sharpening, this thing's charging. It's awesome. So this size unit is really handy to have. I use it a lot of the times for units this size. I use them for running a drill. You can run, like I said, the Dremel with it. We run lights a lot of the times. These happen to fit really nice on a lot of the lights we've got, a lot of the LED lights that were sent to me, and they work just fantastic. So we're gonna sharpen this puppy up, and I'll show you up close what the teeth look like and what we're gonna do to improve them on both of these saws. So here's the panels, they're deployed. There's the cord, it's hooked up, plugged right into the front here. Got my Dremel plugged in here. Like I said, there's 3 outlets, and there's also USB ports right here, USB-C and regular USBs. So, and then obviously you got the different chargers here you can use for output. And like I say, it's got the handles. So like I said, you can store all your cords right in the top, and that is super handy. And so we'll be able to store the solar charging cords in here too. Everything fits right in the top. Something that a lot of the units don't have. I like that a lot. Otherwise you got to tie something on or rig it up with the handles. But she's charging, and we're going to do some sharpening. So here's the saw we're going to start with the Dremel, and we're going to sharpen her up. So there is a couple teeth here I just noticed that are pretty dull. This one right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, if the camera focuses on it. The tip on it is gone, the tip on this one is gone, so I must have hit something on this edge. So we're just gonna touch it up, and that one I know is real dull, the big saw, so we're gonna sharpen that up a lot. And that's a lot of teeth to sharpen. There's, I don't know, I forget how many, it's 50, 60, something like that, 70, I don't know, a lot. So here you can see this tooth, the tip of it is rounded. I'm sure you guys can see that. And this tooth, the tip is very rounded, so we're going to sharpen these up. And there's a bunch of other ones on there too. And over here on this saw, you can see here, if I can find, right here's one that's got a ragged edge. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a raggedy one. And I think there's a couple other ones I saw on here too. Here's one, the tip is curled over a little bit on this one. So it's kind of raggedy. We're going to fix that up. See if I can find another one. Here's another one. The tip is gone on it. And it doesn't take much to just tick the ground, and then you're dull. I can sharpen those up pretty fast. So that's what we're going to do. And there's a lot of teeth on this puppy, so we're going to work on it. all done. Good tips, good top plate, good edge. It all looks good. Now we're going to do the rake as a stroke because I like it a little aggressive. So we're going to take one stroke off on the rakers. There, that side's done. I'll go the other way. It's gonna be hard to do with the camera right here. I'll give it a try. There we go, all done, ready to rock and roll. So this saw is sharp. We're going to take it out, put the scabbard on it, and put it away because tension is good on that. Because I don't want to get cut, because I have been cut before by sharp saws just from moving things around. So we're going to put the scabbard on it here. And we're going to slide this one way back over here, out of the way. And then we're going to get the big boy out here and try to get it into the vise. Obviously it doesn't fit in the vise, but that's okay. As long as I can get the bar in here, get it resting so that I can work on it on the tip here and get it some stability. I better go over this wheel. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. That'll work. All right. I have no idea how many teeth are on this chain. I've never counted them. Let's count them just because we can. Let's see, I'm gonna grab a marker here. Okay, I'm gonna make a mark on a tooth here, and that'll be my starting point for sharpening too, but let's do some counting. So let's start that as number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 4, 55, 56, 57. 57 teeth. Just like Heinz. Okay, so we're gonna hook everything up. I'm gonna start sharpening. Now, some of these look just fine. I can see, well, they're still got a little bit of raggedness on them. And then there's some that I must have hit a rock or something in the ground when I was going. Because I saw a couple of them that were, yeah, this one right here, the tip is gone on that one. Oh, here's a big chunk out of that one. So we'll start on that. Well, we're gonna start on the mark. But yeah, there's one here, right there's the mark. So we're gonna start on that. Okay, so we're gonna start on this tooth right here, sharpening, and hopefully I can keep this in focus for you guys. I have a special camera I'm using for this. One thing I want to point out is this bit is starting to get worn. It's starting to get a little hourglass shaped, but it'll still work. So here we go, sharpening begins. Okay, so this is 404 chain, like I mentioned, and definitely tartar steel. I wish regular chainsaws would be made out of this 404 stuff, because once you sharpen it, it stays sharp for a very long time. Harder to sharpen too. That's a raggedy one there. There it is. beautiful thing. That tooth's real raggedy. Another one. Must have hit the ground right there. Beautiful. Another one, the tip's raggedy. Still got a little bit of the tip missing. There we go. If you don't have a sharp tip, you're not going to cut very good. You try to get that straight line all the way across the top plate there. Get that edge as straight as possible. This is only the second time I've sharpened this chain. So another raggedy one. Oopsie. Yeah, it was real bad. Another tip that's all raggedy, you guys can see that. Sharp. Another raggedy one. Look at that, big gouge out of that. You guys can see that. We're going to cut it back quite a bit just to get it so it's a straight edge again. The length doesn't matter, it's the edge that matters. There we go, beautiful. are, back to the beginning. Nice, so you can see the teeth they got a nice sharp point on them, if you guys can see that. Nice sharp edge on all of these. Nice point. I like it. Okay, now we're gonna do one stroke on the rakers because I can. One stroke is all we're gonna do. This will be the first time I'm doing the rakers on this. I try to be even pressure, same amount of stroke. And some guys use depth gauges, or they'll check the gauges on these all the time. I've used to, but I've done this so much I just know. And when last time I cut, this wasn't very aggressive. So I think just one stroke will do it. Sometimes I'll go two on like a 24-inch bar. I'll cut a little bit more on it, but this one is pretty big. I don't want it too aggressive because there's a lot of teeth to bite here. So I just want to take it just a smidge. And again, I'm on the far side pushing away, and there's no edge on this as far as cutting. It's just it's actually made for this, for sharpening a chainsaw. It's just a flat file. This should be the last one. Now we're going to do this one, but I'm going to push the opposite direction. So I got to move the camera because where you guys are is in my way. So now I'm going to go the opposite direction. The opposite side. And again, I'm not taking much off, just a smidge, or a scotch, tidbit, tiny little bit. A lot of the 20 and 24-inch bars and chains I've used out of the box, I like to take a stroke or two off because they are pretty conservative in the beginning. For sure, on the first sharpening, or second sharpening, I'll take them down a notch. Like this. I always wear gloves, I always wear safety glasses, and I always wear hearing protection when I'm running the Dremel or other sharpening tool. This is a skip, and that's it. We're all done. Here we go. So there we go. The sun is charging the battery pack, and I'm using that to sharpen the saws. Isn't that something? So these packs are awesome on location. Like I said, I use them for the lights. I use them for sharpening a lot. I use them to charge my cameras. I use them to charge my lights that I use when I'm using video lights that I have on my camera that I mount. I use it all the time, and they're so cool to have. So we got this all sharpened up while we were sharpening. This has been plugged into the solar panels here. Solar panels have been sucking up the sun. And like I said, it was charging at about 160 watts. And that means that this will charge up probably 4 hours, something like that, from zero. But I started at 85%, and I just looked at right now, it's at 94%. So the sharpening took me, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. So it's charging pretty fast. So this VTOMAN is a flash speed, which means when you plug it in into a wall outlet to charge it, an hour or less. It charges super fast. It's got a built-in fan. So you don't have to have any charging brick or anything. You just plug the cord right in, charge it up, and it works great. There it is, the VTOMAN flash speed 1000. It's awesome. So what I'm going to be doing with a lot of these power packs, because I have so many people that help me out, they're basically going to get one because a lot of the people that help me could also use one. My son is going to get one. There'll be like 3 or 4 here at the farm, so Bert and Adam can use them anytime they want. I might give one to, well, for sure going to give one to brother Ken because he said he would like one, he would use it. He liked the fact that he could charge stuff right from his truck when he's out doing things and run a power equipment off of it, so that'd be cool. And lights and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty darn nice. There it is, the VTOMAN. Now, because I sharpened the saws, I need to go check them out. I'm not going to start the big one up again, but I am going to start up my my 562. And the reason I'm going to start it up is I just want to check it out and show you guys how sharp I can get them just with that Dremel. Every bit as good to me as hand filing. And hand filing, there's guys that swear by it and they think it's the only way. Whatever, it's fine if they're happy, I'm happy. I switched to this years ago. About 10 years ago, I started using a Dremel with a Oregon 7/32 bit, and I rarely hand file anymore. I can. I did it for years. 30 years I sharpened a chainsaw with a hand file, but once I discovered this, there's no reason to. Now, the other reason I do this is it's very portable. So I've got this Dremel that I can plug into my power packs, and I can run this Dremel off of the power packs. But there are times when I go and I don't take a power pack and I just throw another one of these. I've got a battery powered Dremel. I think mine's an 8 volt. They also make a 12 volt. 12 volt one is better. And I can sharpen the chain about 2 to 3 times on an average saw, which is good for most locations. And a lot of times when I go to cut, I'll take 2, 3, 4 saws. So I just grab the next saw, and once they're all dull, then I'll sharpen them up. So I'm going to start this 562 up. I'm going to cut some rounds. The other reason I'm going to cut some rounds up for it is on tomorrow's video, I am going to be using and comparing the Fiskars X27 to the Fiskars splitting maul. I've got one of each, and I haven't used the splitting maul at all yet. I've used the X27 a lot and the X25, but I've never used the I never used their splitting maul, the Fiskars one. So we're gonna show you that. I got a couple of things to show you that would be kind of cool to compare, get my opinion on it. I kind of already know my opinion. I like the X27 a lot, but we're gonna give the other one a try. So we're gonna go cut some rounds right now for tomorrow's video. All right, we're gonna take the saw, 562 XP. It's sharp. We're gonna cut some rounds. I did some marks already, so I'm gonna cut these 16 inches, and I'll have a bunch of rounds that then tomorrow's video I can take the X27 and the splitting maul from Fiskars and see what they'll do. So let's start her up and do some cutting. something. In a hole. That's why. Let's see if I can. That's better. So while I was over there cutting, this thing was charging. I had the solar panels on, and when I came back over here, and it's only been plugged in for 45 minutes maybe, 100%. It's all charged and ready to go for the next time. I like to keep these charged so when I need them, they're available. I've had times where power has gone out and I don't have any, and I've plugged these in and used lights and been out in my garage and worked and ran my laptop and my computers off of these, and I've run my cameras. I've charged camera batteries with this in the field a lot. Super handy to have. And so I folded up the solar panel, put it away, and what's really nice about this one is it's got the charging is right in the front, so you got your solar and your wall outlet plug right there for the AC, and you got a DC input on there too. You've got a DC input if you use the car lighter, the car charger. USB ports here, USB-Cs, USB-C, and 3 outlets here, jumper cables, jumper for jumping a battery. Very nice little unit. I like it, and it works great. I also have that spot right there for putting the cords. So pretty cool.